But anyways, let's get into today's message, okay? You got people talking about how cool, chill, down to earth you actually are, and the joke about this is the actually right because no, like duh, you know. I actually post on Threads, which is like through Instagram, sometimes like a little like blurb about the video I'm about to do, and I actually wrote in there. It's like duh, you know, you guys are cool, like you know that. But I don't know why it's so surprising to other people. But one of the reasons why it is so surprising to people is because people have spread gossip about you guys. People judge you guys because you're actually kind of popping. It's actually your humility that makes you guys like even 10 times more attractive to other people, even though it's kind of ironic because it's like, why do you have to be humble? You don't. But the thing is that you guys have a lot of things not to be humble about. But yet, when people meet you, they realize how humble you actually are. And the truth is that you guys had so many people in your life humble you that you don't even realize how great you actually are. But then it's like your haters that see you in this light. That's like you're this untouchable person who always ends up where they need to be, really talented, really blessed. But the truth is that you're always getting the repercussions of that. So when people meet you, they meet this really down to earth person. Because a lot of you have to put yourself out there because of your purpose, because of your career. But you're not actually someone who loves attention for the negative reasons. Like you're someone who wants to get your message out, or you're someone that naturally attracts people because of your light, right? So people are always surprised to find out that you're down to earth. But I think that all of you guys out there, you know that for a fact. Also, a lot of my collective out there, you guys identify as being maybe a little withdrawn or maybe a little private, even reserved, introverted, right? People are always going to judge the people that don't perform to make you like them, right? And my collective out there, you guys never perform to make people like you. And for whatever reason, that makes people think that you're stuck up or you don't want to talk to them. But the truth is that you could just be someone that is protecting your energy and your peace. But once people get to know you, they realize how cool you guys actually are, how funny you guys are. I was hearing that a lot for collective. Like, yeah, you don't feel the need to crack jokes or entertain everybody, but when you're in your mode, you guys are funny. You always want to make people smile, but a lot of times people don't even give you the chance because there are people out there who want to dislike you because of your light and they're threatened by you. And that's the big message today. It's like there are so many people that have tried to destroy the way others viewed you because of jealousy, right? So, yeah, let's get into today's message. I want to pull some cards and show you guys the new setup too as well, but let's see what we have here. First impression, right? I actually feel like a lot of you guys think that you don't make the best first impression, right? But the truth is that you actually make great first impressions. It's actually that people really are like really in like what's the word? Like entranced by you. That's what I'm hearing. Like you draw people in. It's the fact that a lot of people actually instantly really like you that takes other people off. Also, people don't trust like how drawn to you they are sometimes because in the past, a lot of people have been hurt by people that are just naturally very charming or funny or likable, right? And I feel that you guys have this subtle energy that draws people in. But when you guys actually do try, like you make a great first impression, and there has been experiences where you have met people in groups and somebody's like, oh, you know, collective, like they seem pretty cool, and someone tries to say something about you, but then they try to get to know you themselves, and they're like, nah, I knew you were cool and chill. Like people actually think very highly of you guys, and I feel that some of you may feel like you don't make the best first impression, but the truth is that there have been circumstances where other people just never allowed you to. And I also feel like again, some of you guys are a little bit more shy. Like you didn't really get a chance to show all of who you are. I also feel like that a lot of you don't really care to impress people. So of course you're not going to make the best first impression to certain people. And again, you don't really care to be liked. But the truth is that people's first impression of you is your light. So their reaction to it is a direct reflection of whatever's going on with them, right? So if people don't like you instantly, it's because there's something around them that is agitated by you. But a lot of times people actually take to you very easily as they kind of question how they feel about you because they don't trust their own gut or other people's influences, right? Yeah, I also feel like you guys just naturally have a great intuition. So what I'm hearing for collective is that you guys are also very selective about who you talk to. And I remember that one Big Sean song where he says like, "Count on my hands who I'm gonna talk to in this B." Like, that's what I'm hearing. Like you guys kind of have an agenda of who you're gonna talk to, what you're gonna do, because you get drained very easily. Even if you guys don't realize it, God, your angels, the universe kind of implants you with like your intuition so you know when it's time to leave or you know who to talk to, and that's just pretty much it. If someone's not in alignment of your path, you kind of don't even really notice them or view them or see them, and it's not something you guys do on purpose. So again, there has been situations where people have felt ignored by you guys, but to be honest, you don't really care to impress everybody or to meet everybody or to know everybody. I know a lot of you guys may have categorized yourself as people pleasers, but you also know to protect your energy. And if you try to, meet or impress everybody, you guys would be so drained. But there's been situations where people wanted to get to know you and they felt like you were slighting them or ignoring them, but you guys may have ran out of energy or went home early or something like that. But these same people, when they actually get a chance to meet you or have a conversation with you, they're like, wow, you're actually so nice. Like, I don't know why I thought otherwise. But again, it's human nature to kind of think that if someone doesn't want to pay attention to you or talk to you, that they don't like you. But the truth is that, again, you guys have a select agenda of what you have to do in that day. And whether that's your, like, actual, like, consciousness telling you that, or it's your intuition or subconscious, doesn't matter. But I think a lot of you guys, at a certain point in your life, realize that you couldn't even possibly talk to everybody in the room if you wanted to. You'd be so burnt out. Yeah, thank you guys so much for the hype and for the likes. I appreciate that as well. Oh my gosh, it's so funny, guys, because how many times in this message today did I actually slip out this word over here? I don't even know if I can, for you guys, I know you guys are chill, but okay. We're actually going to keep that behind my head, though. We're going to move that over because you guys know what it says. But it's funny because a lot of, again, some of you guys out there, like for my men and my women, like the men equivalent would be like, I'm not too sure, but like people have said about you guys are divas or stuck up. Some of you guys are just naturally very glamorous. I actually also had this channel message that fell on the floor before I got started, but you guys have this level of power and authority that like makes you guys very intimidating to people, and that's why people don't even realize that when they actually get to know you, how soft your heart is. And I'm gonna get a little bit more. I'm him. Yeah, that's it. Like, yeah, you know that you're him, and I love that. Okay, so again, but when people get to know you, they're like, yeah, and I feel like a lot of you guys do have that like it girl, it guy energy, okay? So that's what I'm hearing, and people will assume like if you're popular or you're cool or a lot of people like you, want to get around you, that you're gonna be stuck up or something like that. But the truth is that you guys have power, authority, and you have boundaries. You just can't give everybody access to you. And an extra layer of that, especially for my feminine energies out there as well, a lot of people have tried to gain access to you for the wrong reasons, right? So maybe you even play this energy of being the B word or hard to get or whatever, but you just do that to protect your energy. And I know a lot of people out there who I have met who are incredibly like closed off. But when you get to know them, they have the biggest hearts, and that's what I'm hearing. I always like to give like Shrek as like a metaphor. I know it's kind of crazy, but you watch Shrek, like how he's like stand in my swamp, but deep down he's actually kind of a softie. I feel like you guys give Shrek energy. I always joke around about this too with Mr. Cheese, who's here. He's a Virgo, but I always say that I feel like Shrek's a Virgo. But I feel like to give Shrek energy because we watch the movie Shrek. He's literally so down to earth and chill, but he's been hurt before because he's been an outcast, right? And I feel like that's another part of this message. Like a lot of you guys were born the black sheep or the weirdos or the people that were different, so people judged you guys. But when people got to know you, they realized that you're just one of the coolest people around, the realest, most down to earth. And another part of this message is the fact that it's not so much that you have people talking bad about you. It's that you've had those one or two or three bad seeds or people that you've cut off that tried to ruin the way other people viewed you. Or you had people that saw how well liked you were and they tried to, ruin your reputation, whether in the workplace or something like that. And then when people got a chance to meet you, it almost always backfires because people realize that you're actually pretty cool. And then they have to look at that person differently. They're like, why would someone tell me all these bad things about you? You're actually pretty awesome. So again, people will talk badly about you because they know how well liked you actually are and what you guys have the power to do in this world. And when people listen to you, that's when you guys create change. And you guys are meant to be heard. Okay, you're meant to be seen. You're meant to help others. So everybody that has actually genuinely been in your life will tell a story about how you helped them out, how genuine that you guys are. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people are talking about you guys in a positive light. So I just want to say that too as well. People from the past are relentless. Yeah, especially the people that you guys have let go of that you guys ended on bad terms. But the funny thing, and thanks so much, Teresa, for the compliment. But the funny thing too is that, like, yeah, people always like, yeah, yeah. I always say people from the past, like, they can't let go, or the people you've negatively let go of have this thing where they want to talk badly about you. But the truth is that there has been people that you guys think don't like you, but they still can say in hindsight that you guys were a great person and they kind of miss being around you and you're really actually kind of chill. That's another part of this message that I'm hearing as well. There's actually somebody that you guys, I don't want to say you guys let go of, but you let go of them. But I don't know if it's like you guys are on bad terms, but bad things have happened in this connection. And this person had people in their ear, okay, about you, and they regret listening to these people because They're thinking back to the memories, what they had with you, how they felt with you. They're thinking back to the jokes you guys shared. They're thinking of memories randomly. They're driving and thinking about something funny that you guys said and laughing about it. And they're catching themselves reminiscing on how much of a great person you guys actually were. And they don't get that light and that energy anywhere else. And they are so mad at themselves for believing other people about you. So, yeah, a big part of this message is that you have people that actually regret listening to others because you are so cool and down to earth and they have never experienced anybody like this. And I am getting X energy too as well. But I'm also getting an ex friend too coming in as well. We'll get into that message in a second. Keep it chill. Yeah, and again, the reason why I feel like people like miss having you guys around is because there's so many people out there that are just so much drama. And I know somebody in the beginning said they hate drama. That's the thing. You guys actually hate drama, but people may not always like you guys because when there is a truth to be told or a bad egg in the room or something going on, you're also going to speak up. And people get uncomfortable with the truth. But the truth is that you guys always try to get rid of drama or you always try to make a solution. So if you sat down and said, okay, I can't get along with these people, I don't like what's going on here, I'm not feeling this vibe. Like people sometimes look at you sideways because you're the first person to say it. But after the situation has ended, people realize you were the chill energy in that situation. When people get stuck with the negativity that they decided to stand by, they realize how much you were not that. You get what I'm saying? Like, so there's people that miss your positivity, your laughter, your jokes, your good vibes, and yeah, down to earthness because you guys are always trying to find practical solutions to things. You're always trying to help people out. You're always trying to be honest with people. And you're always trying to give the most grounded, most stable, most in reality reaction to things. That's my collective over here, right? Apparently, people don't want that. But yes, there has been people in your past that have been so trapped in cycles. Maybe they're in cult like environments or a little delusional or stuck on the bad situations for them, right? And you can't control or change that. But looking back at it, they never laughed as hard as they did around you. They don't feel as light as they do without you around. Like, there's just so much stuff, you know? And I feel sometimes you guys, because you're black sheep, you get like that bad energy thrown at you where people sometimes blame you for things or sometimes you accidentally bring in the energy of healing which triggers people into dark spaces, but that doesn't mean you guys are that dark person. You get what I'm saying? Let's see what else we have here. Yeah, so what was I talking about? Oh yes, a few people, wow, a lot of people are coming through for you guys, like that are coming into this message today, but I'm getting a ex or a situationship because it never quite got off the ground because other people interfered so badly with this connection, almost to the point where you guys start to feel bad about yourself. But here's the thing, it's only a testament to that person and the energies that they allowed around themselves, okay? Because whether it was their family or their friends, or one or two strong voices around them that swore up and down that they needed to stay away from you, whether they were manipulated or they were lied to, they decided to believe that over the light you brought into their life because it's easier for them to go along with that. So a lot of you guys are releasing the shame that someone else imposed onto you, or they even try to make you feel like the bad person because other people around them didn't like you. But now they're left with that situation and they're realizing they missed out on a real one, okay? That's what I'm hearing. I also had a message similar to this, sort of, in my channel membership if you guys want to check it out, like a couple weeks ago. But yeah, you got someone here who realized this because, again, they had people in the past that were gassing them up or telling what they wanted to hear, but those words were empty. They felt good to their ears, but energetically, they still felt a void and felt sad and lost. But with you guys around, you guys have this energy of truth and realness that you bring to the table, right? So this person, they are bad at confrontation. Right. Whoever this person is, like, they had no backbone. They had people around them that didn't want them around you, right? And instead of sticking up for you or instead of believing you, they decided to go the other direction. I think you guys opted out of the situation, right? And now they're thinking to themselves, right? Or even telling people around them if they have any trusted confidants, like, damn, I messed up my situation with a real one. Like, I can't believe this, you know? And that's the truth, you know? Hey, Alice. Hello, I'm a starseed. How's it going? I love to chit chat with you guys, but I'm locked into today's message because there's somebody, again, I'm hearing they're locked onto you because they're like, I really messed up this connection. This person was real. They were honest. They were funny. We had such a good time together. And this person trying to recreate the things they did with you, like trying to fill that void, but they realized it was you. You were the light in the situation. And it triggered so many people around them. But that's their loss because people that are meant to be in your life will stand up for you guys. They will see that your truth. And the thing is that, like, a lot of you guys feel like people like successfully trick this person, but a lot of times people will see your light and they will want to believe the bad things about you because they're jealous also of you, you know? I also feel like this, people can sit around and talk badly about you, like, and they can sit around people that are talking badly about you. How much of a friend are they really, or how much of a lover are they really, right? There comes a time where they're like, okay, I can't sit in this negativity. Or if those people are manipulative or low vibrational, how long until they decide to make a stand against that, right? So yeah, I think that there's a situation here where somebody, you let go of them and they chose their path, right? And I'm hearing the same thing as well with the friendship situation specifically. This person really misses you guys. It's like they used to have so much fun doing similar things that they're doing now, but it's not fun anymore. Everything seems like it's like you guys bring color into people's lives, and now they're just in like black and white. Like that's kind of the imagery I'm getting here. So yeah, we got people regretting letting you go. And I don't even want to say these people assumed wrong about you because they knew you were great people. They just let other people's opinions or their own ego or their own bad choices separate you guys, right? But there's also people that did believe others about you and then met you later on and they actually regret not giving your relationship with you a chance sooner or listening to other people, you know what I mean? So yeah, but there's definitely one person that's coming in very strongly. I am getting like an ex-lover here. Could be an ex or a situationship, doesn't matter. They let other people get into their ear, and they're the one who regrets assuming wrong about you because it was their own fears about being loved and being seen that kind of allowed them to believe in all that. Like they thought you were too good to be true, basically. Thank you, God, for removing them. Exactly. You don't want people that are wishy-washy about you anyway. I know a lot of you guys have gone through the pain and the torment of losing someone you love or blaming others, being like, oh, they convinced them not to love me, blah, 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 right? Or third parties interfering, and you're like, why, But the truth is that that is divine protection because that's one of God's tests. When those people come in and whisper in that person's ear or negativity or their own fears and they listen to it, that's divine intervention. That's God, right? So it's actually a blessing that these people are out of your life. And they're kind of meant to regret that because that's a lesson in trusting their own intuition because their intuition knew you were a real one, that they could trust you. But it's hard for them to trust. Maybe you were a stranger at that time or something they were just getting to know versus like a family member they knew forever or their best friend, right? Or a third party telling them everything they wanted to hear or whatever, right? You're not up against just people. You're up against people's demons. You're up against people's insecurities. You're up against people's darkest fears. Like, you guys are light workers and healers. And if you're new here, welcome. I always say this. Like, your light is going to trigger people. And sometimes it just triggers the dark aspects of themselves they haven't healed yet. And that's why you guys shouldn't really blame yourself for, like, this stuff happening. And you guys don't even see yourself as cool, chill, down to earth people because of, yeah, ironically, the Scorpio, Pluto type of energy you guys bring into people's lives. The energy of healing and transformation. That doesn't mean you guys aren't chill, Like, just because people have a not chill reaction to you doesn't make you not chill, right? People sometimes just get triggered by what you are. But the people that are meant to be in your life, the people that know you, they're shocked with how level headed, how grounded, how down to earth you guys are, especially because of your gifts. A lot of people with spiritual gifts, I'm hearing, can't really handle them very well. They're known for being erratic, but you guys are actually known for being a little bit more cold and calculated. Calculated. Oh my God. Excuse me. Wrong part of the message, no. But anyways, yeah. But what I'm hearing is that yeah, you guys are known for being very calculated, okay? And even if you're not, we didn't message about that before, but I know my collective here. It's like you guys, because you are very rational, you have spiritual gifts in combination with that, and a lot of you have to also like talk yourself into believing your own spiritual gifts. So you're not just running with your whims, your intuition, or just thinking every little feeling you have is God moving you, right? Like you guys are more like you have to pray about it, be logical about it, find evidence, And I just feel like people miss having your logic energy around. And that's why sometimes you guys are not always like, what's the word? Accepted by certain spiritual communities, whether it be like religious people or super spiritual, because you guys actually move very rationally and logically. And other people kind of get swept away with feelings and emotions. But you guys are known for being, again, down to earth. You don't, just see a sign and just run with it, right? I'm a very chill Scorpio. Yeah. I know Scorpios have a bad rep of just being like angry and vindictive, but a healthy Scorpio is a very chill, down to earth sign. For sure. They are superficial. They are a bad influence. Yeah, you got a lot of people regretting just letting you guys go and going along with bad influences. And that's another thing as well that you guys miss out on in life. And I miss out on, not really, but you'll understand what I'm saying when I say this. You guys miss out on certain people because you're not sitting there trying to convince anybody of anything. You're not there trying to get anything from anybody. If people want to be your friend, cool. If they don't want to be your friend, cool, right? So if there's interferences or there's some BS going on, a lot of time you guys just don't even really care to fight back. You're like, okay, well, I'd rather just have the people around me that I can trust, right? And again, you guys don't go around doing hate campaigns. You don't go around trying to prove your case. You know that your truth speaks for itself. Again, a lot of you guys are very private and you don't want all your stuff out in the open. A lot of times people assume bad about you because you guys don't put any information out about you. So people want to make up stories about you and run with it. You let them have it. And that's another reason why people sometimes lose you in the process or regret letting you go, because they have people around them that are fighting so hard for this person to be away from you that they're like, okay, I guess I'll just go with that because this is really convincing. And then you guys don't even have a case to defend yourself with because you don't even know that this is going on, right? And then in hindsight, people like go through the motions with this individual or whoever is dragging people away from you, and they realize that they missed out on someone who was so chill because they still haven't healed the part of themselves that needed to be love bombed or controlled, right? And that's the thing. You guys don't control people. You give them your advice, you speak your truth, and you back away. And you guys actually have very strong boundaries. So you've also had a lot of people not want to be your friend because they couldn't latch on to you. But it doesn't make you any less chill, down to earth, and cool or funny. But people are mad that they can't control you, and that's another thing that came in very strongly. Actually, this card was sitting on my deck too. Control. People are always going to be mad at things that they can't control. But again, it doesn't make you any more unlikable or less chill. Like you guys are so chill until somebody does something that crosses your boundaries, crosses your morals, interferes with something you love or somebody you love, right? So that's why certain people don't want to be around you anymore. It's not because you're not likable. It's not because you weren't funny or nice or cool. It's that you just don't like to be controlled by people. And I think that a lot of people have seen an other side of you that isn't the real you, right? So a lot of you guys have to wear a brave face or even be mean to people or even be nasty to certain people when they try to push you around. So that's the only side of you that they get to see, right? But the truth is that you guys are very kind, very sensitive souls, very empathetic, very loving, and you reserve that for the people that truly care about you. You don't need to give it all away to everybody. And people are mad that they don't have access to that side of you, but that's the real you. So, yeah, people regret losing access to that side of you. That's what I'm hearing for you guys. Team, I don't give an F. Exactly. Exactly, because we've done messages about that. People talk about how you're cold, you're calculated, you don't give an F anymore. But again, we forget about the part where you were there for them, you stood up for them, you try to help them. They only say that stuff in hindsight after you stopped giving an F about the stuff that they wanted to drag you into, right? Yeah, I don't like being me, but sometimes I have to be. People love to take you there. Exactly, exactly. So there has been situations where you guys were not painted in the best light because you were forced to defend yourself, or you've had friends around you who were the drama and they were problematic and they affected your reputation too, where some of you guys were stuck standing up for someone who was the problem. But then when people actually seen you isolated or met you outside of these situations, they're like, oh, actually, this person's pretty cool. That's another part of this message I'm hearing too as well. Some of you guys were just dating the wrong person or friends with the wrong people or working in the wrong places, or even some of your family members just made your reputation not the best. Like some of you guys, I hate to say it, but like maybe your mom or your friend like to start arguments with people or like start fights with the neighbors or like always causing problems and havoc, and it painted a bad light on the whole sum of like whoever you were around, right? You know, when people actually have to meet you, you're like, not only are you guys so kind, but you also tend to like be like sticking up for the people around you, even though you know sometimes they're sort of the problem. And that's another thing as well. I did this message also over channel members, but when I did the real one message, you guys are so loyal, but sometimes you're loyal to a fault. And it has made you guys be seen in a bad light defending the wrong people. And I do believe Collective also went through some sort of shift where you guys realize that you can't just have people's backs because you love them, unfortunately. And that actually just adds to your reputation of being down to earth, because there has been situations where you guys have sat down and told somebody, hey, I may be friends with this person, but they're dead wrong. Or you've told that person themselves, like, hey, I'm friends with you, but you're in the wrong here. Because you guys are loyal, but you're also loyal to your morals and your integrity more than anything else and your path. So yeah. Hunger. Yes, ma'am. Love it, love it, love it. So that's the message I have for you guys today. Okay, I'll pull one more, but I'm making my little comeback. I have to make sure everything's running smoothly with this new setup. I was a little nervous to get started on this because it's just a new type of way of doing things, but I wanted to show you guys the cards and kind of show you guys a little bit of my old style while live. I'm glad the message hits close to home. Let's see what else we have for you guys. Some channel messages. Okay. Interesting. It says, you put things on the map. Somebody wants your girl slash guy. Watch out. You make anyone look like a prize. Okay. Not sure what that has to do with this message, but we'll get another one and see why. Interesting. You got a marketable personality. You are popular. They love it. Right. Okay, so that kind of goes with my thumbnail where I kind of channeled in on this vibe where you guys have this energy where people assume that you could be a little stuck up or full of yourself because a lot of people want you. A lot of people want to date you. A lot of people want to be around you, but you are still humble. You guys just don't want to be with just anybody. You want to be with who God, your angels, the universe aligns you with. You want to be with someone with morals, and you're not just impressed by things like money or whatever else is out there, right? Also, you guys have a marketable person, like you're popular. And I also did a message about how you guys are more popular than you think, but that's coming through too. You're way more popular than you think. And that's why, again, people are shocked with how chill you guys are because you guys don't really realize all this stuff is going on. Like, you don't realize that people want what you got, that people, or maybe you do, or are fighting over you behind the scenes or whatever. But yeah, you guys got pulled. And that's another reason why people assume like lowly about you because they're jealous of the fact that you have options. And we could probably make that into a new message, but I'm hearing that people also assume you're a player and a heartbreaker, but it's not your fault that you're desired by people and you don't return that sentiment, right? And just because you're chill or friendly or down to earth doesn't mean you're interested in someone romantically. And you guys have ran into trouble just being a nice person, being yourself, being charismatic. And a lot of you who are just somebody who has to interact with people in your everyday life, you have dealt with situations where people have wanted what you had or people have wanted you, even when you're just trying to live your everyday life. You're like, wow, this is crazy. And that's kind of ties into what I was channeling on before. I kind of get it now. I was like, interesting tie, but I see what they're getting at. You guys had to be kind of nasty to defend what was yours, whether it's your work situation or your lover. Like you guys have a very protective side of you, and sometimes people read that as not so chill and down to earth, but you're just doing what you need to do to protect yourself, protect your energy, protect what you're working on. And because you're so popular, you sense that energetically that there's just certain people that want to be around you for the wrong reasons. People are weird. Yes, they are. You already lived and achieved more than most. Don't let them put you down. Your achievements, they can never. Exactly. And that's the thing too as well. I want to say about this message is that you guys just need to know that just like I was saying, how popular you are, how well liked you are, how desired you are constantly evil eyed and having people try to put down you, put down your achievements. When it's not verbally, it's energetic. So you need to know that people want what you got, people want your position, you're highly desired, you're popular. You need to know these things so that you can protect yourself. Because when you are living life as a chill, very open minded person, you've run into the wrong types of people. And until you see yourself in the light that other people do, you won't realize why people think they can take advantage of you. Like people see you as someone that has something going on. And again, people see that you're liked and they can use you to get into certain spaces or to attract certain people to them. If you guys attract a lot of people romantically to you, they can use your energy to pull people into as well. That's why people always want you guys to wingman with them, or that's why people want you to be around them or start business projects with them, right? They see that you're chill and agreeable and down to earth and down for whatever. But you guys kind of draw the line when people try to drag you into their weird plans that don't align with your morals, what you came here to do. So that's when the rumors start, when you stop going along with what people want you to do. Okay? So, hey Alice, I never seen you line. Hey girl, hey, hello. Just rolled up. Love it, love it. I'm actually wrapping up this message, but you can definitely watch the playback. Stay true to yourself. Exactly. That's the other thing that people say about you, and it goes into your down to earthness. Because when people try to say, "Oh, they weren't so nice to me. Collective was mean to me. Collective, like didn't want to be my friend." The person that's having a conversation with them that's offending you is saying, well, what did you do? Because yeah, this person's also very selective, very slow to get to know because they're cautious and they're busy. Like you got people defending you guys is what you need to hear too as well, because again, you can't be everybody's friend in this world, especially if you've been scorned or hurt by people. And I'm hearing for collective as well that you guys have people around you that know that you've been hurt and betrayed, and they're telling people like, yeah, now is not the time to be in their spaces. Like they just don't let anybody in anymore, you know, because you guys had to learn the hard way. Um, yeah. And you guys also need to be aware that people will befriend you for the wrong reasons. So I feel like collective, you guys have gotten okay with being seen in a bad light. That is something you guys had to learn how to do. And even if you're new here, this is your message, this is what I'm hearing, okay? Like, you're okay with people not liking you, and you're more about protecting your peace than what people think of you. But you will have some peace of knowing that a lot of people defend you behind your back, and people actually see you as incredibly chill, down to earth. And I'm hearing also in whatever line of work you're in, that's why you guys are very liked, so on and so forth, right? And if you're not received this way in a certain environment, it's simply not the right environment for you because the right people will see you in this way, just like the people who love you see you in this way, okay? Um, I'm totally okay with not being liked. Amen to that, okay? Yes, I want you guys to comment below if you're watching this in playback or in chat if you're watching this live. I love myself and I'm okay with not being liked, okay? If you're still listening, all right? And I'm gonna head off. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me today. Let me guys let me know if you guys like this new setup because it's a little bit new for me. So and again, check out my channel memberships if you guys want to chit chat with me a little more personally. Thank you so much for being here. And thanks again for everyone for the support, okay? And thank you guys again for the thumbs up and the hypes. All right, I love you guys. Bye.